I'm delighted. Alessia Russo joins us live in the studio, and she's bombed Gabby out his chair. Well done, Alessia.
I'm in O'Hara's seat now, where he sits in the corner.
So how are you? You know, taking it all in now. It's a few days. What a tournament. It was just unbelievable.
Yeah, I'm very sleep deprived right now, but I'm loving it. It's been a bit of a whirlwind. It kind of all happened overnight, really, in terms of like everything that's come after. But yeah, it was an unbelievable month for football for us, and I think the team was a really special group, and maybe that's why we came out on top.
Do you know what we were saying? All the guys, Ray Parler, Ali McCoy's, Gabby, the togetherness that you girls had was amazing. Even when things were not going great, that you could see everyone pulling together as a unit. And your coach, your manager, was fantastic as well. You know, that is a huge asset in team sport.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that Serena set the standard from the first prep camp, really. Well, to be honest, ever since she came in, the kind of dynamic of the team changed. To go to European Championships back-to-back without losing a game is unbelievable with two different teams. So, yeah, she came in and she set the bar, and then as a team we kind of all bought in, and yeah, the team togetherness was unbelievable throughout. And yeah, it definitely helps when you're like 1-0 down to Spain in the quarters, or you're 1-0, like you equalise with Germany, and yeah, it was crazy.
I want to ask an important question afterwards, but I want to know about the celebrations. Can you talk us through what it was like?
Yeah, so
I've never won anything, so I wouldn't know. So it'd be nice to know what you
celebrates. Even so,
the Sunday night, we all went back to the friends of our hotel where we'd been all camping just outside of London, and all our friends and family came back, and we were on the dance floor all night. Everyone was up performing on the mic, and then we had to wake up and go to Trafalgar Square for the parade. So I think there was a few sore heads, and then we went. The next day we had like a little team meal and a team night out, and yeah, still recovering, but all good.
How did you feel when you went to Wembley and you realised it was a sellout, people couldn't get tickets, and then when you first walked out on the pitch to see that crowd? Yeah,
it was unbelievable. I think the first moment when we were walking out at Wembley just before the anthems was just like a bit surreal. To see it packed out like that. We'd played at Wembley before, but it wasn't sold out. So yeah, to see it sold out and hear the crowd, like the when we scored, especially the second goal, I was actually on the floor because I got studded. So I was down and I didn't see it go in, and I just heard the crowd like erupt, and I was like, wow, it just was like gave me goosebumps.
It's getting a wee bit niggly at the end, wasn't it? There was a bit of verbals flying about.
Yeah, there was, and there was a lot of yellow cards actually throughout the game. I think that's England-Germany for you, though, really. We've played them a few times before, and it's always like a tough battle.
At any stage we think, no, Germany, penalties, no.
When the equaliser went in, I was like, no, don't.
I know. It was almost written all over to have penalties, wasn't it?
I was watching, I'm looking at the clock saying, I don't believe this.
Yeah, but luckily we got there in the end and held it out.
We've even got Scottish people supporting England.
Absolutely.
I love that, Alan. I love that.
I love
it.
Absolutely. What about, so now Manchester United, I think you got a year left, haven't you?
Yeah.
So there's no plans just yet. You're going to see that year out, or will you sign a new contract?
No, we're back in for pre-season on the 15th. We have a pre-season tour to Toulouse, and then go from there. Hopefully it'll be a really exciting season coming off the back of the Euros. So yeah, we
sign a new contract there. You can tell us. We won't tell anyone.
We'll see what happens.
What about great news? USA sold out, I'm told.
I know. Yeah. Apparently there was a queue like of 100,000 people right within the hour, which is unbelievable.
And that'll be a tough one because would you say they at the moment are probably world number one?
Yeah, they are. They're world champions, and now we're European champions. So it's kind of like a little battle of that because they obviously won the last World Cup, and yeah, historically they've won it all, and they've done it consistently. So what a test that'll be. Can you see your life changing now? You know, sponsorships, and because things are going to get better and better and better now. Yeah, a little bit. Since we come out, I think we all can't just like walk down to Zara and Tesco's like we could before. That's not your red Ferrari out there, is it? But no, I think it has been different, but it's exciting. I think for women's football. I don't think we would have ever thought that we'd play in a sold out Wembley like we did, and obviously win the trophy in front of our home crowd was just different.
I really do think as well, in the new season there will be more in attendance at the games. Even like my daughter and my 2 nieces already want to go to the first Aston Villa game of the season. So I think it is what you have done as a group of players. You know, you're taking the women's game to the next level, and even at a younger age, I spoke about it. Like my daughter, for instance, is 11. She's been looking for a team. I've been trying to find a team, and there should be more options. Does that make sense? In the younger age for the new generation to get a chance to play?
That's kind of what we want coming off the back of this. I think it's amazing what we achieved, but at the same time, like if people like your daughter can't go and find a girls' team to join as easy as a boy can, then we haven't done anything right, really. So as much as the tournament was amazing and we were over the moon to get the gold, we also need to start thinking how we can help young girls get involved without having to go for a boys' team first.
Yeah, definitely.
Now, you get the boots in the Tower of London. What happened there? You're going to display your boots? Have you given them that, or is it on loan?
Yeah, I think they're on loan. I don't actually know, but I think, they're on loan for a little bit. I went there, not yesterday, the day before, and met the Beefeaters and handed them over, and they've put them next to the Crown Jewels for a couple of days.
Right, some questions from the listeners. Sarah in Manchester. Everyone picked up on you reading the notes, the Germans players. How is your German?
Everyone keeps asking me this. It wasn't actually anything in German. It was like tactical, like formation changes, so I could understand a little bit of it, but I was too distracted with everything else to tell anyone about it.
Brilliant though.
Yeah.
Everyone picked. Right, sorry. So Alex in Brighton, whose idea was it to crash Serena's post-match press conference? Because that was funny.
Yeah, that was sick. Unfortunately, I had doping after the game.
Yeah.
So I got taken straight into the doping control, but I think suddenly one person just went, and then they flooded through, and then Mary was on the table dancing. But a few teams had done it throughout the tournament, but I think Serena would have been a bit annoyed if we did it prior to the final. So once we'd won it, I thought it was okay.
I bet you was thinking, why me? Come on, we just won the Euros.
I got that in the World Cup. It's horrible.
Just let me go and
enjoy the celebrations.
I'll do it tomorrow.
I know, but
you have to do it.
Dom and Fulham, which player likes to sing and dance? I think the captain's in charge of the music, isn't she?
Yeah, Leah's in charge of music on the game day and whenever we're on the bus and stuff. But a few people like to get on the mic. Rachel Daly, she sings Ragdoll. She did it at Trafalgar Square. There's a lot of performers actually. Jill Scott's always up for something.
She was getting a bit heated towards the end, wasn't she?
She was. She really got into it. She's a real character off the pitch.
It was just fantastic. So back to pre-season, and when we meet up with England, the girls again.
We actually have a camp in about 3 or 4 weeks' time before the season starts.
The clubs are good with this, because we hear all the battles between club and Gareth Southgate and the FA. The club's pretty good.
Yeah, the clubs are pretty good. We have a World Cup qualifier at the end of August, so I think with the Euros it's come quite quickly, but yeah.
We get a holiday?
Yeah, actually tomorrow I'm off on holiday.
Somewhere nice?
Yeah, just to Italy.
Oh, lovely, lovely.
I was going to ask you as well, amazing to be European champions, is the next goal world champions. You, as a squad of players, you must be hungry for that.
Yeah, absolutely. I think obviously the Euros was crazy and it's just all happened, but that's my first major trophy, and I'm already wanting to go again and get more, because like as a footballer it's great, but you get over things quite quickly because there's always something else coming up.
So the Lionesses wrote an open letter to the government and want change. Was it 63% the girls can play football and PE lessons? Well, that's not enough, is it?
Yeah.
So how are we going to change that?
Yeah, that's like I said about getting people's doors involved, getting like young girls involved. I think, it's part of our job as role models now to make that number 100% and as equal as the lads. I think.
So they're not even getting the option?
No, not some schools. Even me, when I was at school, luckily I had quite good PE, the group was good, but at the same time I know girls that couldn't play at their schools, which is crazy because I always used to play on the boys' teams.
So Alessia, thank you again for join us this morning. But before you go, we have a special message for you. Have a listen.
Hi Alessia, it's Mrs Brown here. You might remember me better as Miss Westerbeek. I just wanted to say on behalf of everyone at Stocky how incredibly proud we are of your achievements and what a great inspiration you've been to everyone at the school. We have young girls coming up from year 6 up to us next year who are already talking about you, and we've been talking about you at school for weeks and weeks. Mrs Tilby, your biggest supporter, has been walking around school cheering you on. I was lucky enough to come to St Simon's Stock when you were in year 11, and we could already see what an amazing talent you had. I also remember quite a strong talent in some dodgeball games from you as well, but obviously you particularly were excelling in your football, and I know all the PE teachers that came before me that saw you from year 7 would be absolutely beaming with pride to have watched you perform at Wembley. Wishing you every congratulations, and I hope you really enjoy your celebrations, and we hope to see you back at school when you're next around Maidstone. Take care.
There you go, nice,
Oh, that's
Lovely.
nice, isn't it?
Lovely.
message.
talkSPORT Breakfast with Alan Brazil. Thursday and Friday morning, 6 till 10. On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.